Welcome back to another reaction to The Invisible Man and his soon to be wife, episode 1. I guess romance? I don't really know. Mystery? Maybe supernatural? We will see. Okay. Not how I imagine this would start, but we, I guess, as detectives. Are you blind? Are we in a detective agency? So we see the Invisible Man. I mean, we don't see him, but we do. You know what I mean.
あ、遠野目さん。
あ、隣大丈夫でした。
え、
Is she blind?
どうぞ。
どうして僕だと分かったんですか？ヤコウさん、目見えませんよね。
She is.
遠野目さんの匂い
You can smell him, huh?
がしたので。臭いとかそういう意味じゃなくて。
僕、匂いありますか？
違うんです。ほら、私目が見えない代わりに耳とか鼻がいいみたいで。
ヤコウさん、よほど鼻がいいんですね。僕には自分の体臭を嗅ぎ取れません。
はい、本当に臭いわけじゃなくて。
おかげで僕にも体臭があるんだって初めて知りました。
Excuse me? I assumed he would be invisible, but the clothes are visible. That is why we can see him. He can turn his clothes invisible too?
遠野目さん。
ヤコウさん、僕は今どこにいるでしょう？
そこにいますよね。
僕を見つけ出せるのはヤコウさんだけかもしれませんね。ついときめいてしまいました。
ときめ。
Your brain does not compute, okay?
この後、
Okay. I mean, we don't really see his face. We don't really know what kind of expression he is displaying, but he seems to be interested. She, on the other hand, is like not really acknowledging the hint.
ご飯一緒にどうでしょう？好みはありますか？洋食とか中華とか和食とか。
何でも大丈夫ですよ。
アレルギーはあります？
大丈夫です。
ちなみに行きたいお店とかありますか？
外で食べることほとんどないっていうか、決まったお店以外入れなくて。遠野目さんの好きなお店でいいですよ。
よかった。実は行ってみたいお店があったんです。
いいですね。そこにしましょう。
ええ、そうしましょう。では手を。歩きますね。
はい。
Is that normal? Now, if they are inside, they want to go outside. If I am inside and I want to go outside, normally the door opens inside, right? It feels like the door should be flipped. This caught me a little bit off guard. Fair enough. Wait. Are those dog ears? Or is that just extra hair? Is that a dog tail? Could be some kind of bag.
あら
Maybe there is. At the moment, I'm like, okay, he's invisible. People are going to talk about it. It's going to be very strange. Having an invisible person showing up. However, if this world is animal people, whatever, this is more or less normal, then maybe not.
歩くリ
Okay, yeah, we have animal people. We have a cat boy. We have a deer woman. We have a wolf.
ズムが不安定なような何か迷ってるもしかして実はお店が決まってなくて悩んでる私が希望を言わないからトナメさん一人で悩ませてたらごめんなさい
ヤコさん。はい。今美味しそうな匂いがする方向って。
This is the first thought I had. Because her smell is so good, she probably would make a really good cook.
どっちですか？
こっちです。
ああ、よかった。入る前にヤコウさんの好みかどうしても心配でした。一緒に選んでくれてありがとうございます。
こちらこそありがとうございます。楽しみです。
ええ、僕もです。
Is there supposed to be a sauce? No. They are wrapped in some kind of thin layer. Maybe some rice paper? We have some eggs, some noodles, some meat, some rice. I feel like he has a calzone, maybe?
初めてのお店ですし、おすすめコースでお願いしたんですが。
おお、嗅いだことがないタイプの香りがします。
冒険ですね。
冒険ですね。この野菜？不思議。
多分パクチーですね。
おお。職場の人と外食するの初めてです。
そうなんですか。
だからなんだか嬉しくって。
ときめいてしまいました。この後ご飯一緒にどうでしょう。
Oh, so someone is able to do simple math again. 1 plus 1 equals 2, right?
って初めての場所ってことに集中してたけど、これはいわゆるデートでは？いやでもデートとは言われてないから違うのか。
ヤコウさん、これも美味しいですよ。鶏皿の12時のとこに置きますね。
おお、どうも。
どうかしました？
あ、いや、男性と2人で食事なんてのも初めてなので、なんだかデートみたいだな。
Who's saying almost?
なんて。
そのつもりですよ。緊張してます。そのつもりですよ。緊張してます。
まあそれなりに。一人でいいはや お恥ずかしい。
ヤコウさん、ちょっと手を貸してください。僕は透明なのでもともと何かと分かりづらいのですが、ヤコウさんなら服の上からでも伝わるでしょうか。ヤコウさん一人緊張してると思われては困ります。
東雲さんもドキドキしてます。
口外されても困りますね。
Everyone is looking.
美味しかったですね。当たりの店でよかったです。
はい、私もそう思いました。
さあ、テオ、駅まで送りますよ。
さっきのドキドキがまだ残ってる。
しっかり掴まないと危なくないですか？
白状もありますし、なんとかなります。
そうですか。
距離を置いているわけではなくて、なんというか。
では、その逆でしょうか。
東雲さん、今笑ってるでしょ。
え？わかりました？
隠しきれてませんよ。
僕は隠したりしませんよ。むしろ暴かれたい。ちなみに今スキップしたい気分ですけど、どうです？一緒にスキップします？
しません。東雲さんもしないでください。
おや、残念。では今は気持ちを抑えてしっかりエスコートさせてくださいね。
He's a gentleman. You know, he knows how to go on a date, different to Stark in Frieren. So, you know, we see how it is supposed to be done.
もしかして今日私、東雲さんといい感じだったのでは。
お風呂が沸きました。
お風呂入るか。
So we are still agency, a detective agency. Are we going to have some kind of case?
か。面接で。東雲さんか。面接で会話した時からいい雰囲気の人という。
Wait a second. That is why what the earbuds are for, right? I was just thinking about if she writes on the laptop, how does she know that she doesn't make a mistake? So that is probably what the earbuds normally are for, which she doesn't have in for some reason. That it probably tells her what she types in, so she knows what to delete if she makes a mistake.
さんか。面接で会話した時からいい雰囲気の人という印象はあったけど。
ヤコウさん、
言葉や声が穏やかで、音で所作が綺麗なのが伝わってくる。東雲さんは素敵な人な気がする。待って、食事に一回行っただけだから落ち着いて。東雲さんは私のことどう思ってるんだろう。
I mean, he seems interested. He more or less clearly knew, or he clearly said that he was interested.
むしろ暴かれたい。
あれってどういう意味なんだろう。そういえば東雲さんは
Also interesting that she has a different type of keyboard.
そういえば遠野目さんは透明人間さんなんだっけ。透明って確か見えないってことなんだよね。見える人の見えないってどういう感じなんだろう。もしかして遠野目さんって自分の姿を見えてほしいって思ってます？
僕の姿を別に思わないですかね。見えないのが僕ですから。ヤコウさんは僕を見たいって思いますか？
遠野目さんがどんな人かは感じられるので、私はそれで十分かなって。
ならよかったです。
そっか、遠野目さんも見えなくていいんだ。
Mm. So new character. Beast woman. Looks like a tiger.
危なかったね、静香。
Oh, they know each other.
ジャラシさん。
怪我はないかい？おう、それ私の自転車だ。ごめん。
はい、ええ。人探しや素行調査、証拠集めなどあらゆる調査を承ります。はい、ご予約ですね。はい。
Who are you? I assumed they would only have 2 people working here.
それでは確認の上折り返しますね。こんなところに壁が。
There's one here.
誰が壁だ。ダリ
キキラさん。
邪魔。後ろに5歩。もう通っていい。パソコンの右にコーヒー置いたから。
ありがとうございます。
At the beginning, I felt like he was a little bit off-putting, but he seems like a nice guy. I guess this is how they work these situations out.
パソコンの右にコーヒー置いたから。
I mean, he gave you 2 little bonbons.
ありがとうございます。
ダリ
Oh, Mansol, I guess. Oh, both of them are working here. Wait. Whenever she crashed into her, was it... Oh, this is in front. I see. So that is why she ran into the bike. Oh, makes sense. So they work here, okay? I guess the other duo?
ジャラシさん、キキラさん。私の身だしなみって変だったり。
Someone worried about how they look?
しません。
別に。
おやおや、もしかして気になるやつでもいるのかい？今日の静香も綺麗だよ。恋愛相談なら私に任せな。
あ、違う。
赤くなって可愛いね、この子は。
うぜえ。
あんたに言われたかないね。
I'm this guy. I'm always tired. I do wonder, as a blind person, from the beginning, do you... What is the concept of blushing? Because, I mean, if you get really flushed in the face, you get really hot. You can feel that, but, you know, having people see that is probably something you don't really know until someone tells you. And I do wonder how you envisioned that people can see specific parts on your face. I do generally wonder, there are a lot of mannerisms that your face shows. How much of that is stuff you copy of other people? And how much of that is ingrained in a human body? Whenever I see a blind person in a movie, they seem pretty blank. They have this blank expression that doesn't really change much. Is that how it is for blind people? They never really had... They never saw other people really change their facial expression. That is why they never mimicked that. Additionally, do blind people have their eyes open? I mean, blind, they can't see, not that they have a vision impairment. There's the big spectrum from having bad vision to nearly not seeing anything to seeing nothing. There's a big spectrum. But if you can't see anything, are you just having your eyes closed like her?
ヤコウさん、
どのめさん、
ちょっと紙に触れてもいいですか？
髪に触れる
Pet pets? That is where your mind goes to?
あ、嫌ですかね。
いいですけど、遠野目さんの手が近づいてくる気配が。
はい、取れましたよ。桜の花びら。春ですね。
ありがとうございます。緊張しちゃった自分が恥ずかしい。
もしかしてあんたの恋愛相談って。
遠野目さん、そろそろ打ち合わせの時間ですよ。多分。
そうですか。
資料ありますから。
はい。
I mean, she's not very good at hiding. Oh. He also talked about calling someone back. And we have number 300 to 350.
それでは詳しく教えていただけますか？
あの人モテる。
Oh. So I guess a raccoon?
結婚する前にちゃんとしてる人か知っておきたくて。
本当にニャーって鳴くカエルを見たんだ。
あの人浮気してるのよ。こそこそ怪しいの。
では
寿命は8万年。
銀河とともに
So, okay. I assumed from the title that for some reason we have an invisible man. Sure, whatever. I didn't even know there was a detective agency going on. I did not know this would be straight supernatural or fantasy, sci-fi. It would be more of a fantasy world, grounded in our real world. I did not imagine that. I mean, we got a Cyclops, we got the typical humanoid with beast aspects, we have beast with humanoid aspects, seemingly. We have normal humans, we have an invisible man, we have Japanese pastime tentacle monster set up 80,000 years, or can end up on 80. Why are you even here? All the other ones are like, oh, cheating. I saw a meowing frog, which, to be honest, at this point I wouldn't puts this word past that.
生まれた
星の生成得意数巻
Good at generating planets. You feel dangerous. This feels like Men in Black.
得意数巻飛行可能
あ、皆さん、行方不明の娘
Oh,
さんの
missing daughter, physical description. I would hazard a guess what she looks like. Additionally, there are 4 entities. How does it work? Is the daughter just like a split off person from one of them? Are they getting together to make an offspring? Or are only 2 involved and the other 2 are just here for moral support? Is it maybe, because they look similar, is it maybe just cloning?
外見の特徴だけを。
瞳孔5ミリ大きい1センチ手足長い
唇の湿度 10%
パワー丈夫丈夫
Why didn't you give us a picture first? I can't help but, nice backdrop and stuff. This is not planet Earth. I cannot help. I don't know. I would guess this is the moon. I don't feel like we would be able to follow to the moon.
メモを取りましたけど
あまり特徴差のない種族のようですね。
見つかりますかね
I'm assuming she is smaller.
あいつらとそっくりなやつ探せばいいだけじゃね
I like this guy. I like this guy. Maybe because we are very similar. Very sneaky.
あどうもすみませんありがとうございます
He does have beast ears. I'm assuming he can hear very well.
こんな時、透明人間は楽ですね。今日は営業後寄り道もなく職場に帰ると。あとは就業時間まで待ちましょう。
ありがと
I never really understood that. I wonder if I was the same. Now it is different if you drop your ice and ice is on the ground, you can't eat it. I mean, there's the 5-second rule. I wouldn't risk it. But is it enough to cry? I feel like this is a good learning experience where you are like, maybe eat it in a more efficient way. What I would do, I would squish down the ice cream into the cone because there's a lot of room in the cone. This way it could not fall out. I would also not get 3 scoops of ice, 2 max on a scone.
透明人間も楽ではないですね。
Things are easy as an invisible man. Things are not always easy. Duality of man. What is she listening to?
あら、何ニコニコしちゃって。
And what are you eating?
遠の目かい。
違いますよ小説を聞いてて
小説を聞く？
小説の朗読を聞いてたんです
ああ、なるほど。
どんなものか聞いてみます
Interesting that those fit her. And okay, so she is listening on 2x speed.
早っ。
今ハマってる恋愛小説なんですけど
Who knows why?
デートで食事に行って
Yeah, they go to a dinner date, they walk hand in hand, you know, or link arms.
あの花がきっかけで2人は
おお、これ恋愛小説なんだ。静か、よく聞き取れるね。私にはさっぱり。
ああ、小さい頃から聞き取りには慣れているので。でもジャラシさんって獣人さんですよね。確か耳も鼻もよく聞くって本で。
ああ、私普段はそうでもないからな。ああ、透明いたんだ。気づかなかった。
完全透明化してないんですけど
Yeah, I feel like it's not because your ears and nose don't work very well, it's just you seem preoccupied. Maybe you like to focus down on something and ignore the rest.
ね。
本気出すと違うんだけど。
ああ、本気モードのジャラシさんですか。たまに調査報告でトーノメさんとキキラさんから聞きますね。
静かもなんか困ってることはないかい？本気の私なら何でもぶっ倒しちゃうよ。
倒さなくていいですけど。あ、でもちょっと目貸してくれませんか？このレシート、価格だけうまく読み取れなくて。
どれどれ？
About your eyes, okay. You can read all of it except the
どれ
price.
どれ？あ、このレシートかすれちゃってるよ。
I don't like the nail poking in it.
ああ、たまにあるんですよね。いくらって書いてあります？
1600円だよ。
ありがとうございます。
There was more? 1600 plus something else, right? Or is it different? For me, it would be going from up to down. It would be the price. At the top, it would be the price of different items. Then it would be different items. On the right, it would be the price similar to here. It would go down, and then it would present the tax, and at the end, we would have the price plus the tax.
ああ、たまにあるんですよね。
So, is it really 1600?
1600円だよ。
ありがとうご
Not
ざ
a
いま
little
す。
bit more?
ちなみにレシートの品。
And the product on the recipe receipt is an economy size pack of animal purse insurance, huh? What do you have in your hand?
目は特用獣人用チュールンとありますが、これジャラシさんの購入品ですよね。
ああ、依頼人の警護中にたまたま見つけちゃってさ、なかなかないんだよ。めっちゃお得。
それは
1600 yens, that is like 12 bucks for that. I don't know if that is a good deal.
経費で落とせないですね。
ダメなのかい？いや、悪いね。人間用のチュールンなくてさ。
What is a
と
shura?
いうことでは。
そろそろ出なくちゃ。ああ、携帯とイヤホン、パソコンの左側に置いたから。
了解です。いってらっしゃい。
また後で。
I like that they are working with her a long time. Everyone is like, hey, I left these on the left of your computer, on the right on your computer, 12 o'clock on your plate. Everyone knows how to leave her the information she needs to be able to find the stuff, which is very nice. That means they worked together for a long time.
もうこんな時間。
What? I mean, I'm not blind. Is it vibrating? can tell the time this way, huh? I'm assuming it's vibrating in a specific way.
もうこんな時間。遠野目さん遅いな。もう帰ってくるはずだけど。
I mean, he was busy eating ice cream. Why do I feel like he's also going to get a receipt and be like, yo, $5 for some ice cream?
おかえりなさい、遠野目さん。
誰もいないよ。
あれ？
ヤコ、お前怪我したのか？
静か、どっか怪我してんのかい？なんで言わないんだい？違う。ほら、見せてごらん。してないですよ。
Did he come back? Did he get injured?
チャラシさんが救急箱持ってきてくれたんですけど、必要なの遠野目さんですよね。
夜行さんの前じゃ姿を消しても意味ないですね。ちょっとトラブルがありまして、今日浮気調査の報告をしていたら。
Interesting. Oh. I hope he didn't cheat because this could end dangerously. I also have a little horn, So he was correct, which is interesting. They did not really see the door opening, which, I mean, it can happen. I also wonder that he did not really question what he was wiping up.
探偵なんて雇ってんじゃねえ。
I can't believe you said a detective on me just because I was cheating. How dare you?
じゃねえ。
何言ってんの？
まあまあ、二人とも落ち着いて。
邪魔よ。
痛い。間に入ったらうっかり怪我し。
It's not your job. Your job was to find out if he cheats. You found out he cheats. Your job is done. Get paid, get out. You are not a policeman. You are not the law.
してしまいました。
それは大丈夫なんですか？
ええ、依頼人も冷静になってその場は落ち着きましたよ。みんな不思議があるんですけどね。僕の体から出たものは。
I mean, does it make sense? Maybe. Question is, how is the invisibility working? Is it like some kind of ability, then it makes sense? Is it something on your body that makes you invisible, then the blood would be invisible outside? You know.
透明じゃなくなるんですよ。
へえ、透明人間も血が出るん
Invisible people bleed too. Who would have guessed?
だ。
俺初めて見たわ。
みんな驚いてました。
私は遠野目さんの怪我が大丈夫か聞いてるんです。
僕を心配してくれてるんですか？
当たり前です。
なるほど。正直に言いますと、自分の傷の具合も透明で見えないんですよね。
So he's invisible. I guess he can turn visible. He can turn his clothes invisible as well, which is interesting. He can't see himself as well. I assumed for some reason that he was able to see himself normally, but everyone else was not able to see him. But it turns out he can't see himself either?
多分大した傷じゃないので大丈夫ですよ。思ったより血出てますけど。
多分って血はたくさん出ると死ぬんですよ。
I mean, you have to bleed a lot to die from that.
そこまで出てません。
From anything.
何かお手伝いできることありますか？
じゃあテープで留めるのでそのまま押さえててください。
はい。
なんでしょう。心配をかけたくなかったんですけどね。 不思議と嬉しくてこそばゆいです。
すみません、くすぐったいですか？押さえ方変えます。
もう実はくすぐったがりです。
こちょこちょしましょうか？
He's still injured. First, let's get the bandage on, then we can get Ricky.
しませんよ。おや、みんないないですね。
あ、そろそろ定時かも。
ヤコウさんも帰られますか？
はい。東雲さんも？
いえ、報告書を書かないと。
Oh. Maybe go eat out again?
帰らないんですか？
ええ、仕事が遅れてますし、怪我も仕事に支障が出るほどでもないので。
ということはまた残業。それに一切休憩なしのパターン。じゃあ私も備品の発注します。
ヤコウさんは別に。
なので終わったらちょっとだけ一緒に休憩しませんか？
いえ、今から一緒に休憩しましょう。
Okay, very aggressive.
仕事はいいんですか？
I can wait. It doesn't run away.
仕事は後でもできます。
Elf Garden. Oh, okay. Some tea.
お疲れ様です。
I assume we get like some biscuits. Cake.
ヤコウさん、紅茶を入れたのでどうぞ。
ありがとうございます。新しい紅茶ですか？
ハーブのブレンドティーです。興味で買ってみました。
すごくいい香り。美味しい。
よかった。
東雲。
Why did we see the tea? I feel like they're never going to explain how the invisibility is going to work. So we just have to take it at face value. Because if he has like a force field that makes him invisible, then the tea would also turn invisible. If it's only his body, then the blood theoretically would still keep invisible. Also, if only his body is invisible, how can he turn his clothes invisible? But I feel like we are supposed to ignore that and just take it. Most likely because we are going to get involved in a lot of different strange things that maybe don't need an explanation.
さん、前に食事に誘ってくれたけど、あの一回きりなのかな。私、やっぱり東雲さんとまたデートがしたいんだ。
If you are so interested in another date, maybe you just ask him. You are just going to be like, how about going out for a walk, you know, and maybe you get hungry on a walk.
だったら私。
Oh, okay. It doesn't need to be always a man who invites the other party out. It can also be the woman. Don't forget that. If you're really interested in someone, ask them out. It's better than just waiting. It's also better to know if the other party is even interested in you. If they are not, you can turn to someone else who is going to reciprocate your feelings.
でも困らせたら。いやいや、単 に私の勇気の問題だから。
ヤコさん、ところで
どこか食事に行きませんか？
Very brave, very brave.
どうしました？
ではさらに次の予約を入れてもよろしいでしょうか。
Can we make another reservation after that too?
オリジナルのブレンドティーが作れるお店を見つけまして、
Hmm.
お誘いしたかったのです。
予約完了です。
待ってください。先に行って決めましょう。
Okay. So she invited him to a meal and he wanted to invite her to a little tea date. Okay. So I assume this is the opening at the end. We didn't get one, so I'm going to listen to that next episode. Overall, very interesting. The whole idea of a world where a lot of different types of, I don't want to call them monster, but inhuman sounds bad, but non-human people are. It's the norm here. Okay. We are a detective agency. We didn't really see much detective work in the end. We seem to have her most likely a secretary, feels like. We have the main guy who is the Invisible Man, who seems to be more or less the owner. We have this guy, which I feel like this could be me if I look better. I assume he's also like a detective, the same with maybe the Beast Woman. It could also be that these two are working together. She was on a job to be a bodyguard. Maybe they just do different types of jobs. But that means we have 4 people working here, which is quite a lot, I feel like. And we have, we got our little date. We got future dates, which is very nice. Very interesting concept. I like it. Let's hope they can keep that up.